Hey, what is going on, everyone? Devin up here with another one, and I hope you guys have a happy Friday. And today we're going to be talking a little bit about focusing on just one thing and kind of really trying to avoid this shiny object syndrome theory, shiny toilet, whatever they call it. But the thing is, I know this sounds like, just another one of these, don't do shiny object syndrome, don't fall for it. Focus on just one thing. You hear that from a lot of different people. This is the first time that you've heard this saying, don't get shiny object syndrome, and I'll tell you why. And this was one of the biggest mistakes that I made, and I had a conversation today with someone he's making a decent amount of money from Amazon. He's making, I want to say it was like $10,000 a month or something like that. Getting a lot of success from Amazon drop shipping, and then on top of that, he was like, hey, Devin, I want to get into real estate wholesaling, and I want to get into doing YouTube, and I want to fill up my time with other things, because currently the Amazon FBA stuff, it's only taking him about 4 hours a day. So he was thinking, hey, I got a bunch of other time in the day to be able to work on some new things and build up some new businesses as well on top of what I am currently doing. And that is the same mindset that I had. I want to say it was like about a year ago. I was in the same kind of position. I was making $10,000 a month at the time through real estate wholesaling, and I thought it was a great idea to start up a different business model. I tried a lot of different business models. I tried Shopify dropshipping. I tried Instagram influencers. I tried doing Amazon FBA. I tried to do a lot of different things. And the reason being was because wholesaling was like the first business model that I really came across that didn't really require too many hard costs or upfront costs to get started. So I thought it was a great idea to start some of these other businesses because they didn't cost very much to get started. So for some reason I thought, you know what, I got all the time of the day. The wholesaling stuff, it takes me like 2 to 4 hours a day, and I can still be closing deals. And then on top of that, I can set up more cash flow from other business models. And this was one of the biggest mistakes that I made. I tried to, that was one of my decisions. I was like, you know what, I'm going to do this. And to this day, that was one of the biggest learning points that I've had, becoming like a full-time self-employed person. I don't really want to call myself an entrepreneur yet. But anyway, so I decided to do that, and I thought it was a great idea. And as I was starting to start up with these new businesses, I would start to make some money. I was starting to get success or results. I wouldn't really call it success. I was starting to get results pretty immediately. I was starting to get sales. I was starting to make money from these different business models. A lot of times they were break even, but it just had a good, it looked like it was starting to go on this up curve of me being able to make more money. But as I started doing this, as I started to get the shiny object syndrome and started working on these other business models, then then all of a sudden I realized that my wholesaling business wasn't doing as good. So what I would do is I would pull away from these other businesses that I was trying to start up, and then I would just reinvest my time and resources and everything back into the wholesaling business. And it was this big, huge balancing act trying to manage, run the wholesaling business and these other things. And not one business model was able to just be able to grow. I was very stagnant for a long period of time. And when I say a long period of time, it was for a pretty long period of time. I would be able to make a decent amount of money, and I would just be stuck at that position. Or the worst that happened was one month I made $20,000, and the next month I made like $2,000. And that kind of was an eye-opener for me. It wasn't really the fact that my bank account was suffering because I made a decent amount of money before, but it was the fact that not that much money came in the next month. And I have all these different bills and everything to pay. And that's when I started to realize, I thought it was kind of silly at first. I was like, shiny object syndrome. Oh, okay. I didn't think, it's kind of like a drug in a sense. And this is what I was telling this person on the phone as well. At first, it's just oh, okay, yeah, this is cool. It's all exciting because it's so exciting to start up something new after so long of just doing one thing. You get so excited to be able to start this new business model. It's just, you get this new kind of sense of motivation, and you get super excited to do it, especially when one business, let's say the wholesaling business, it gets kind of boring. And you're tired of making phone calls. You're tired of talking with sellers. You're tired of trying to work with buyers and everything and trying to make these deals work. And you get so excited to do this new thing. And it's very easy to get into the shiny object syndrome without realizing it. So especially when you start to get results from anything that you start up, you just like, oh my gosh, like this is going to work. And it just fuels that. As you start to get results, as you start to see some sort of success, you just get more and more excited, especially if you have like an addictive personality like I personally do, where it's very easy to get addicted to starting something new up. So then you just come completely invested into this new thing and disregarding what was previously making you money. So it's very easy to get into that. And I'm going to tell you inside this video, don't start something new. If you're going to do real estate wholesaling, if you've invested time, money, and energy into real estate wholesaling, don't stop doing real estate wholesaling. Don't jump into something else. Don't start some other business model. The grass is not greener on the other side, guys. Just trust me on that. I'll just trust my experience and what I'm telling you inside of this video. The grass isn't greener. Just keep doing what you're doing. You're probably thinking at the moment, for some of you, that you're not sure if this business model works. You're not sure if you can get success from this. Maybe you've been putting in time and money and you haven't gotten any results yet. Well, here's the thing. Here's like kind of a secret, sort of say, about business is any business model works. You can get results from any of them. You can become a multimillionaire through one of these easy cash flow businesses. It's pretty difficult, but you can get it to $1 million a year. Getting it to like $10,000 to $50,000 a month isn't the most difficult thing. It's trying to scale that off to 7 figures, 8 figures a year is the harder part with some of these business models. But with that, all these business models work. And what gets you success in all these business models is, and I'm actually kind of glad that I made this mistake so I could really kind of learn this knowledge about business, and I was able to personally go through this experience, is that the same factors apply to every single business model to be able to get success. Yes, obviously the skills are a little bit different. The strategies that you're working with are a lot different. Wholesaling versus some sort of online business, there's a lot of differences, but the biggest similarity is all it really takes to get success in these business models is persistence and consistently showing up and giving it your best effort. If that's like your main focus on a business, you're going to get success eventually. It's going to eventually turn into something that's going to be able to make you an easy 10,000 plus a month business. It's just a matter of putting in that consistency and that work ethic, and eventually you'll start to get these results. That's the easy part. But the thing is, a lot of people think that, I'm having so much trouble getting into this business, it doesn't work. I'm gonna try this other business model because I see a lot of other people getting results in that business model. Any business model, there's gonna be a lot of success stories, especially with like some of these cash flow, big into like the YouTube industry of content being put out there, like wholesaling, Shopify, Amazon FBA, social media marketing, you name it. These are all publicly displayed as easy business models to get into. They're simple. I wouldn't say easy, but simple. And there's a lot of people getting success in it. So whatever business model you're doing, if you're doing Shopify, if you're doing social media marketing and you're watching this video, you're thinking about getting into wholesaling, I don't want you to get into wholesaling. That's what I told this guy on the phone as well. Don't get into a different business model. What you need to do is focus on building out that business until it basically runs for itself. If that is what your goal is. If you want to do new things, if you want to start up other businesses, don't quit what you're doing. I don't care how much it sucks right now. I don't care how many phone calls and you're just sick and tired of talking to people. You're sick and tired of looking at your computer, whatever the reasons may be. Just keep pushing through it. Do you think I love doing everything that I do every single day? There's a lot of days where I hate it. It just sucks. It's just a grind. But would you rather be doing that, or would you rather be having someone else tell you what to do for you making tacos at Taco Bell, or whatever the example may be of what a 9-to-5 is? Would you rather have that? If so, then go do that. It's totally okay. There's no hard feelings. I'm not gonna care. I'll support you in whatever sort of venture that you decide to go on. But if you want to get into business and you want to be able to have a cash flow machine so that way you can start up other business models, then what I recommend is just focusing on this one and make it so this income source won't go away. So if you're trying to do wholesaling, start going out there, keep trying to push and close deals. Even if you haven't had success, just keep pushing forward and invest literally everything that you got into building out this business model or into this business. And then as you can start to pull away and it stays at the same level or grows when you leave, or when you're not there intensively trying to grow it for a week or two, then it's kind of okay to start doing some of these other things. Like, I kind of wish I didn't do this YouTube channel, to be honest. For a long time, just so that way I could be in a lot better position today. Now looking back at it, I wish I waited a little bit longer. But I mean, you got to kind of work with what you got as is. The situations, there's nothing you can really change about the past, but what I can do is change the future. And I've realized I love helping people. I love being able to make these videos and see the impact that they have. Am I making as much money or more? No, I'm not. I'm not making as much money or more to this day as compared to if I just wholesaled and that was it and that's all I focus on. I probably would be making a lot more money, but it's all right. I'm being able to help you guys out, still closing a few deals here and there, but I'm not able to have it grown out to what I planned on originally, like a year and a half, 2 years ago when I got started into the business. And that's totally okay with me. It's just really all up to what you view inside of your mind as what will help you get success, or what kind of like your goals that you're trying to achieve. If you're trying to have a multi-million-dollar wholesaling business, then awesome. Definitely don't focus on other business models. It's okay to know about other business models as well. Just don't do anything else. Just become completely obsessed and completely focused on getting the most amount of success inside of the business model that you're currently doing. If it's wholesaling, just focus on that. And hopefully I can get this message to you. And if you're thinking about doing something else, I wish I could come through this camera and just like strangle you, because that's the same mentality that I had, and I don't want you doing something else. It's not that I'm trying to prevent you from having more success. It's just the matter of I've been through this experience and I really don't want you guys to go through the same exact experience. I want you to learn from my mistakes. But at the end of the day, it's your life, not mine, and you get to make the decisions on what's going on. So anyways, please don't start up another business model. Just focus on what you're doing right now. Whatever's working, just double down on that. Whatever's giving you the most opportunity or is making a little bit of money, double down on that and try to grow that up. So anyways, that's what I got for you guys. Hope you all enjoyed this. If you haven't already, smash the like down below and hit that subscribe button. Also, if you hit the notification bell, I will be very grateful for you hitting the notification bell. Anyways, see you guys all tomorrow. Peace.